Hello everyone, we would like to explain the analysis of a movie adaptation, all the bright places and the differences between the novel and the movie.
All the Bright Places tells the story of Violet Murky, played by Elle Fanning, a girl who is saddened by the death of her sister due to a car accident that befalls both of them. Violet met Theodore Finch, played by Justice Smith, when she was about to commit suicide on a bridge where the car accident that killed her sister occurred. At the time, Finch managed to thwart Violet's attempt to kill herself. He tries to prevent her life as he partners with her on a class project that celebrates the hidden wonders of their state of Indiana. This movie presents extraordinary acting from the cast. Even with just the look in Justice Smith's eyes, it's as we can know all the dialogue he has in mind. Elle Fanning also played the sensitive Violet very well. Apart from mental health issues, this movie also inserts the issue of racism experienced by black people through Finn's character, who is always labeled as freak and has a high temper. The weakness of this movie is in the plot that moves too fast. The storyline, starting from the introductions, the emergence of conflict, to the resolutions, seems rushed with a span of 108 minutes. The producer could have presented movies with a longer durations, so that the audience would better understand and absorb the emotions conveyed by the actors. However, even though this movie has the advantage of building a very precious atmosphere, the two topics raised, which are romance and mental health issues, are balanced. For example, Vince presents as Violet's boyfriend is able to heal her grief from the trauma that Violet has experienced. Vince is able to become someone Violet can trust with her sorrows. What they don't realize is that even Vince has wounds that need to be healed. In addition, the cinematography of this movie is presented very well. The audience is presented with beautiful views from the places visited by Vince and Violet in Indiana.
The weakness of this film is in the plot that moves too fast, and the strength of the film are that the atmosphere is built precisely, and the two topics raised, romance and mental health issue, are balanced.
In the All the Bright Places movie, many extra characters and scenes from the novel were omitted. Only the most important scenes are shown in the movie. There are several differences between the movie adaptations and the original novel of the All the Bright Places. First, in the movie, Finch and Violet met when Finch was jogging, then he met Violet on the bridge. While in the book, they meet at the top of the bell tower of the school when Finch was contemplating suicide. Second, in the book, Violet is described as a cheerleader and was a popular girl, while in the movie, it is neither shown that Violet is a cheerleader nor a popular girl. Third, in the book, there's a scene where Finn's father appears, not only through descriptions, but also has dialogues and interacts with other characters. Meanwhile, Finn's father is absent in the film. He is only thought briefly without a role. Fourth, in the book, Finch and Violet's first kiss happened after Finch wrote that he wanted to kiss Violet in the Before I Die on the giant chalkboard. Meanwhile, in the movie, they kissed after they visited all the best places in Indiana.
Now we move on to the complication. First, the film doesn't show that Violet was worried at Theodore because Theodore disappeared without a word. She tries to uncover information about Finch by asking Charlie and Kate. Meanwhile, the book says that Violet is angry at him for leaving without a word. She even mutters, "I'm done with him, I'm moving on." Second, in the novel, Kate Finch is described to find her brother at Violet's house, checking if Violet knows where he is. Kate shows Violet a strange email from Finch that describes his memories in the past. The film does not have any sense of this. In the novel, Theodore is mentioned to be sending Violet a message of prose just a while after he sent an email to his sister. He is also mentioned to be sending texts to his friends too, but the film does not show this scene. Third, in the novel, it is mentioned that Theodore got early acceptance in New York University. Kate Finch thinks that Theodore is in New York because of that. The film does not tell about these scenes at all. Fourth, the film shows that Theodore comes home after he goes to a group of survivors and to his sister. Violet is in his room and Theodore gets angry because he thinks Violet knows nothing about him. They get into a big argument that makes Violet leave him alone. Meanwhile, the novel does not state that they meet and get into an argument. It only mentioned that Violet has found a clue of where Theodore might have gone to by entering Theodore's room and then leads her to finding Theodore at the lake. Climax. The climax of both the novel and film occurs when Finch commits suicide. He deliberately drowned himself to the bottom of the lake. In the novel, it is told that Violet also jumped into the lake to find Finch but was unsuccessful. Meanwhile, in the film, Violet only searched for Finch from the shore by shouting his name. Folding action. The book tells that Finch's body was found by officers, whereas in the film it is not stated how Finch's body was found. There is only a police car scene and Finch's funeral afterwards. Denouement. In the novel and film, it is told that Violet continues her journey to places she and Finch had previously planned to visit. Violet lives alone to complete their unfinished plans together. And that's the analysis of the film All the Bright Places and some of the differences between the film adaptation and the original novel. This film teaches us how to overcome adversity, which by having close people who support each other and share problems openly and honestly.